after Josh Duhamel, who just finished walking 9 holes with the feature group at the 3M Open. All right, Josh, look, you've had a busy day so far. You even told me you haven't had a chance to shower yet, but you still look great. Just want you to know that.
Yeah, I woke up a little late.
It's all good.
Blew up his spot, Charlie, on the air.
Look, you know what? I just think that it's important to show, like, some people can pull off not showering while the rest of us, Max, you and I probably included in that, we need a little extra love in the mornings. So, Josh,
yes,
something very cool is you are one of the only people, aside from the athletes and the staff, who have been allowed inside of the tournament's bubble. So what's it been like to be on site thus far?
Well, it's a little eerie because you're used to seeing golf with the roaring crowds and just sporting events in general, I think, have changed. But it's just so much fun to watch these guys play. It really is, and watch these guys strike the ball. I just actually watched Dustin take a 9 on 18, and that was rough. I asked him if he needed a hug at the end of it. He didn't want one.
Didn't want any help from you, yeah? Well,
No.
We have been told that you're using the 3M science to improve your own golf game. So how would you judge your golf swing?
Yes, I have. I've spent the last few weeks here learning all about what 3M's doing and the convergence of science and golf. And I've learned all about abrasives and adhesives and microspheres and all the technology that actually goes into a golf club that you would never even realize. But not only that, they're just doing a lot for the communities. You know, there's been a lot happening here in Minneapolis, and I love what they're doing for the Twin Cities. It's an amazing event. It hasn't helped my game.
Josh, let's get on to your. Let's get on to some NFL talk here. You're a Vikings fan, correct?
Yes, sir. Skol Vikes.
So Kirk Cousins got a big monkey off his back in these last playoffs. He made 2 really good throws at the end of a game in overtime to beat Drew Brees and maybe the best overall team in the NFC last year, I thought, actually heading into the playoffs. And he got a playoff win. He won a primetime game. Do you think he's turned a corner? Do you think he's ready to lead your team to a Super Bowl?
Max, you're putting me on the spot here. Yes, I was at that game in New Orleans. It was unbelievable. I was also at the game a couple years earlier, the Minneapolis Miracle. So it's fun to watch. My problem with it is yes, he's a good, solid quarterback. I just want him to follow it up a little bit the following week. I felt like the next week he didn't play well. It wasn't entirely his fault, but I think he's a good, solid quarterback. Can we win a Super Bowl with him? We'll see.
So Dalvin Cook's a holdout, right? And we've seen in recent years running backs who are paid by their team almost always lives to regret it. It's still early in Ezekiel Elliott's contract. We'll see. But generally, it's been a bad idea to pay running backs. And yet, Dalvin Cook is so important to the offense. What do you think the Vikings should do about Dalvin Cook?
I think we got to pay him, no? I mean, he's one of the few home run hitters in the league. I love the guy, and I don't know if I agree with you completely. I do think that you need a strong running game, especially the way Zimmer coaches with that stout defense, solid running game. We got a 1-2 punch with him and Madison, so I think that we should pay him. I really do. But who am I to say?
Josh, you definitely need a running game. I'm just saying needing a running game and paying a star running back before you absolutely have to are 2 different things. These guys are getting drafted. They're getting 4 good years out of them. They're franchising them a couple times, and then they're letting them walk. I mean, that seems to work. But maybe Minnesota has to pay Dalvin Cook if he's holding out.
I mean, these poor running backs, they put their bodies on the line, and they don't ever get paid like some of the other players do. Like you said, I feel like there should be a special amendment for running backs because nobody takes more of a beating than those guys. And I think that I think all NFL players deserve every penny that they get. And, those running backs especially.
Word.
All right, we'll talk about getting paid. Josh, I want to get your reaction to the breaking news that Mike Zimmer just got a multi-year extension as he was entering the last year of his contract. I
love that. I'm a huge Zimmer fan. He's a player's coach, but he's also he's tough, and I think the players respect him for that. So I think he's a perfect fit for Minnesota, and I'm really happy that he's going to stick around.
Zimmer originally was thought of as like an answer to Aaron Rodgers in a way. Maybe the defense can answer Aaron Rodgers. Do you feel in that division that Aaron Rodgers is the same threat he's been in years past, even as his team around him has seemed to improve?
Let me ask you a question first. Did he really change his number to 8?
Aaron Rodgers?
Did he change his number to 8? Or is that just I just heard that he changed his number. Is that true?
I don't know.
I haven't heard that.
Maybe it was just rumor. Do I think that Aaron Rodgers is, do we have the answer for him? I think so. I mean, the guy's maybe the best passer I've ever seen. So when he's on, he's tough. But, you know, if there's anybody that can scheme against him, it's Zimmer in that defense. We draft so many D-backs basically just to stop Rodgers.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, we got to get back to golf. Since you're an actor who plays golf, I have to ask you a very, very tough question. If you could choose to watch one golf movie, would it be Tin Cup, Happy Gilmore, or Caddyshack?
Well, I just saw a rerun of Tin Cup out on the 18th here with Dustin. Poor dude. But if I got a choice between those three, it's Caddyshack all day.
Caddyshack all day. Max, which one would you pick?
I don't know if you're allowed to say anything other than Caddyshack.
Yeah.
I would choose Happy Gilmore.
Kind of have to.
Also a good movie, but I mean, Caddyshack is, Bill Murray is just amazing in that movie.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.